As very much a thought leader in the industry, have you seen some estate agents that have adopted and adapted new ways to improve themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we work with loads of agents, and as I was saying before, it's not always an easy process. Usually, the biggest challenge is in not retraining the staff, but getting the staff to adopt these new things, and that's where it usually is either excuse me, it's usually either make or break at that point. Some of our clients will say, "Oh, I just can't get my staff to do it," and some will say, well, I'm going to get my staff to do it because otherwise they're not going to get paid. So that's where it usually breaks off. But I've got clients that are a million miles away from where they used to be. Someone who springs to mind has been area directors for some of the biggest companies out there. He's had his own business now for a good 10 or so years, as traditional an agent as you can imagine. And now he's at the other end of the spectrum, whereby they run loads of data through their business. They have a specific service. He's gone from being in a high street where he's got 15 competitors to now being the only agent that does what he does. There is no competition for what he does in that area.
I know you're not mentioning any names, but financially, what's that made difference in terms of listings or exchange income? Is that...
Well, the difference it makes, when you start to identify what it is that makes you unique, the difference it makes is that you can charge whatever you like. Because when someone says, "Oh, I'm going to have a look around," there is nowhere to have a look around. So that particular agent, he now works on the basis of the fact that selling a property is based more around people's senses than people give it credit for. So they take when they stage a house, they bring in an aromatherapist to get the right smells. They bring in someone for canapes for the right tastes. They appeal to all of the different senses. Okay, and he shows lots of graphs and statistics and all of this stuff on how this works and why it works, why it works. Now that's not for everybody, and he would openly say to the person, "This isn't for everybody. This is a specific way that we work." How we try to sell the house for you for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Now, if you like that service and you like the idea of it, it costs this much money. Now that person can say, "Oh, I do like the sound of it, but it sounds expensive." They can go and look around till they're blue in the face. There's not going to be another agent on the high street that does it. Yeah. So
does it work though?
Well, it works for him, and I think that's the point. It's not that that's the way everybody should do it. That works for him. What Purple Bricks do work for them. What someone else does works for them. I've got another agent who just specialises in apartments. That works for him. So I think the bottom line, what difference this makes to your revenue, is that it's not about fees now. It's about whether you buy into what we're doing and whether we buy into you as a customer. And it's not a master-slave relationship. This is a meeting of minds in the middle. You pay the right money. Today I saw a post on LinkedIn saying, "Wow, brilliant! We're ahead on market share." They had this particular agent had 37 properties that they'd sold. The next one down was 22. The next one down was about 15. The one after that was 12. Now, if that agent at 37 is charging a flat fee of £1,000, they're making £37,000. That's great. If the one who's charging 12, who's only sold 12, is charging £5,000, he just made £60,000. So what's market share telling us? Nothing really. Just find the right customers and they'll pay you the right money.